More than 5,000 people live trapped inside a floating steel city, surrounded by nothing but open ocean for months. No escape, no pause, no silence. Every single day, this ship produces over 400,000 gallons of drinking water, launches deadly fighter jets every few minutes, and feeds thousands like a nonstop machine. But here's the real question. How do they sleep, eat, and stay sane in a place that never stops moving? Imagine trying to rest while jets scream overhead, metal doors slam shut, and footsteps echo through tight corridors 24 hours a day. There's barely enough room to stretch your body. Showers last just minutes. And every second of your day is controlled by a strict schedule. One mistake, one delay, and the entire system could fall apart. This isn't just life at sea. It's survival inside one of the most intense environments on Earth. So how does this system actually work? And what does it really take to survive here? Stay with me, because the reality is far more extreme than you think. Number one, extreme space efficiency. On an aircraft carrier, space is one of the most valuable resources, and there is never enough of it. Imagine living in a place where thousands of people share the same structure, yet every inch is carefully calculated and used. Sailors don't get private rooms. Instead, they sleep in tight compartments filled with stacked beds known as racks. These are arranged 2 or even 3 levels high, packed closely together like a puzzle designed for maximum efficiency. Each rack is barely larger than a narrow coffin, about 6 feet long and just over 2 feet wide. There's only a thin mattress, a small pillow, and a curtain that provides a sense of privacy, but not true isolation. Beneath the bed, a tiny storage space called a coffin locker holds everything a sailor owns: uniforms, personal items, and daily gear. That's it. No closets, no extra space, no comfort zones. But here's what makes it even more intense. You're never alone. Someone is always waking up, climbing into their rack, or heading out for duty. The constant noise of footsteps, voices, and machinery becomes part of daily life. And yet, over time, sailors adapt. Their bodies learn to rest in chaos, to recover in tight spaces, and to function without comfort. This extreme setup isn't just about saving space. It's about discipline, efficiency, and survival. Because when you're living on a floating city in the middle of the ocean, every inch matters, and every second of rest counts. Before we dive into the next part, tell me this. Could you survive sleeping in a space like this for months? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you appreciate the effort behind videos like this, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us bring you more powerful content like this. Number 2, R24 R daripada R7 adalah rotational life system. On an aircraft carrier, time doesn't work the way it does on land. There are no normal mornings, no fixed nights, and definitely no weekends. Instead, life runs on a continuous 24/7 rotational system where the ship never sleeps and neither does its mission. Every sailor is part of a strict cycle built around work, eat, and sleep, repeated over and over again. Most crew members operate on 12-hour shifts or longer, divided into rotating schedules. While one group is working, launching aircraft, maintaining systems, or monitoring operations, another group is eating, and another is trying to rest. This constant rotation ensures that the ship remains fully operational at every second of the day. There is no downtime, no pause button. But this kind of lifestyle comes at a cost. The human body naturally follows a circadian rhythm designed around daylight and darkness. And on the carrier, that rhythm is completely disrupted. Sailors might work through the night, sleep during the day, and switch schedules frequently. Over time, their bodies are forced to adapt to an environment where time feels almost irrelevant. Despite the challenge, this system is what keeps the entire ship running smoothly. Every task is timed, every role is synchronized, and every sailor knows exactly when and where they need to be. It's not just about discipline, it's about precision and coordination on a massive scale. Because in a place where thousands of lives and critical operations depend on timing, even a small delay can create a ripple effect. And that's why on this floating city, time isn't just managed, it's controlled. If you had to live without a normal day or night, how long do you think you'd last? Be honest, drop your answer in the comments. And if you respect the effort behind breaking down real-world systems like this, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it means a lot to us. Number 3, mass food production machine. Feeding over 4,600 people every single day without interruption is not just cooking. It's a full-scale industrial operation at sea. On an aircraft carrier, food isn't a luxury, it's fuel. Every meal is designed to keep sailors energized, focused, and ready for physically demanding tasks that can last up to 12 hours or more. Deep inside the ship, massive kitchens, called galleys, operate around the clock. There is no closing time. While most people are sleeping, a team of culinary specialists is already preparing the next meal. Huge flat grills cook dozens of eggs at once. Ovens are packed with trays of meat, and steam kettles produce gallons of food in a single batch. Everything is made in bulk, fast, and with precision. The meals themselves are high in calories and balanced with proteins, carbohydrates, and essential nutrients. From freshly cooked meats to rice, vegetables, bread, and even desserts, every option is designed to keep the crew going. And because the ship never stops, meals are served 4 times a day, including a midnight meal for those on overnight shifts. But here's the real challenge: timing and logistics. Thousands of sailors cycle through the dining area in waves, each with only about 20 to 30 minutes to eat. There's no lingering, no slow meals. You grab your tray, eat, and make space for the next group. Behind the scenes, refrigerated storage areas hold massive supplies of food, carefully preserved to last long deployments. It's a system built on efficiency, planning, and constant motion. Because on this ship, feeding the crew isn't just routine. It's a mission that never stops. What do you think? Could you handle eating on a strict 20-minute schedule every day? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoy content like this, support us by hitting subscribe. It takes 1 second, but helps us keep creating powerful videos like this. Number 4, turning ocean water into life. Out in the middle of the ocean, there are no water supplies, no pipelines, and no backup deliveries. Yet somehow, an aircraft carrier provides enough water every day for drinking, cooking, showers, laundry, and medical use for thousands of people. So how is that even possible? The answer is both simple and incredible. The ship literally creates its own water from the sea. Using advanced desalination systems, the carrier converts salt water into fresh, usable water. This process removes salt, impurities, and harmful elements, turning ocean water into something clean and safe. Every single day, the ship produces over 400,000 gallons of fresh water, enough to sustain an entire floating city without ever needing to dock. But here's the part most people don't realize. This water isn't unlimited in practice. Even though the ship can produce massive amounts, it still needs to be carefully managed. Every drop matters. That's why sailors are trained to use water efficiently, whether they're brushing their teeth, washing uniforms, or taking quick showers. Think about it. The same ocean surrounding the ship, vast, endless, and undrinkable, is transformed into the very thing that keeps everyone alive. It's a perfect example of how technology and discipline work together to make survival possible in one of the most isolated environments on Earth. Without this system, life on the carrier would simply not exist. Because out here, water isn't just a necessity. It's engineered survival. Here's something to think about. Would you trust drinking water made straight from the ocean? Let me know your honest answer in the comments. And if you appreciate the effort behind breaking down these real-life systems, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it keeps this content coming. Number 5, strict resource management. Even though an aircraft carrier can produce massive amounts of water and energy, nothing is wasted. Every resource on board is carefully controlled, monitored, and limited. Because when you're living in the middle of the ocean for months, efficiency isn't optional, it's survival. Take something as simple as a shower. On land, you might spend 10 or 15 minutes without even thinking about it. But on a carrier, showers are expected to last just a few minutes. Sailors are trained to get in, wash quickly, and get out. No delays, no excess use. It may sound uncomfortable at first, but over time, it becomes part of the routine. The same goes for shared spaces like bathrooms, known as heads. Dozens of sailors use the same sinks, mirrors, and shower stalls throughout the day. There's constant movement, people coming in, getting ready, leaving for duty. It's fast-paced, highly organized, and always in use. There's no room for laziness or inefficiency. Even electricity and equipment usage are managed with precision. Lights, systems, and machinery are operated in a way that minimizes waste while keeping everything running smoothly. Every department plays a role in ensuring that resources last throughout long deployments. But beyond the systems and rules, what truly makes it work is discipline. Thousands of people following the same standards every single day without exception. That's what keeps the ship functioning without interruption. Because in an environment like this, small habits make a big difference. And when everyone does their part, the entire system stays strong. Be honest. Could you limit your daily routine to strict rules like this? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you respect the effort behind content like this, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us grow and keep bringing you more. Number 6, non-stop flight operations. Above everything else happening inside the ship, the flight deck is where the real intensity comes alive. This is the most dangerous and fast-paced area of the entire carrier, where fighter jets are launched and recovered non-stop. Day and night, there are no breaks, no pauses, and no room for error. Every launch follows a carefully coordinated process. Aircraft are moved into position by crew members using precise hand signals. Different teams, identified by colored shirts, handle specific roles: guiding, arming, checking, and preparing each jet for takeoff. Within seconds, a fighter is locked into the system, engines roaring, ready to be launched at incredible speed. Instead of traditional steam catapults, modern carriers use an advanced electromagnetic system that can launch aircraft faster and more smoothly. In just a few seconds, a jet goes from 0 to full speed and is hurled off the deck into the sky. And as soon as one aircraft leaves, the next one is already moving into place. This process happens in cycles, launching dozens of aircraft in under an hour. Meanwhile, returning jets must land with precision, catching cables on the deck in a matter of seconds. One mistake here isn't small. It can be catastrophic. The noise is deafening, the pace is relentless, and the pressure is constant. Yet, everything runs like a perfectly timed machine, because on this deck, every second counts and every movement matters. Now imagine standing there with jets launching around you. Could you handle that pressure? Tell me honestly in the comments. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, hit subscribe. It's one click for you, but it means everything for us. Number 7, a floating maintenance city. Beneath the intense action of the flight deck lies another world that never stops, the hangar bay. This massive space acts like a full-scale maintenance city where aircraft are constantly inspected, repaired, and prepared for their next mission. Because out here, there's no such thing as "we'll fix it later." Everything has to be ready now. When a jet lands, its job isn't over. In many ways, It's just beginning. Aircraft are quickly moved below deck using powerful elevators where teams of mechanics get to work immediately. Engines are opened, systems are checked, and any issue, no matter how small, is addressed with precision. Every bolt, wire, and component matters. The environment is intense. The sound of tools, machinery, and generators fills the air. Crew members move quickly between tasks, carrying equipment, inspecting parts, and coordinating repairs. There's no silence here, just constant motion and focus. It's a place where speed meets accuracy, because delays can impact the entire mission. Weapons are also handled in this space. Bombs and missiles are carefully assembled, checked, and prepared for loading. Safety is critical, but so is efficiency. Everything must be done correctly and fast. What makes this system incredible is how smoothly it all works together. Multiple teams, different responsibilities, all operating at the same time without interfering with each other. It's not chaos, it's controlled precision. Because on a carrier, keeping aircraft ready isn't just maintenance. It's what keeps the mission alive. Quick question. Do you think you could work in a high-pressure environment like this every day? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you respect the effort behind content like this, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it keeps us going. Number 11. Onboard hospital and mental strength. In a place where thousands of people live and work under constant pressure, medical support isn't optional. It's essential. That's why an aircraft carrier is equipped with a fully functional hospital, capable of handling everything from minor injuries to emergency surgeries. It's not just a sick bay, it's a complete medical system floating in the middle of the ocean. Inside, you'll find operating rooms, a dental clinic, a pharmacy, and trained medical staff available 24/7. Whether it's a routine checkup, a broken bone, or a serious emergency, the crew has access to immediate care. Because out here, there's no quick trip to a hospital on land. Everything has to be handled on board. But physical help is only part of the story. Life on a carrier can be mentally exhausting. Long deployments, tight spaces, constant noise, and time away from family can take a serious toll. That's why mental health support is also a critical part of life at sea. Trained professionals are available to help sailors manage stress, fatigue, and isolation. Think about it. Living in a confined environment for months, with no real escape, surrounded by the same people every day. It requires more than just physical strength. It demands mental resilience. The combination of medical care and psychological support ensures that the crew remains not just operational, but stable and focused. Because on a ship like this, staying strong isn't just about muscles. It's about mindset. Be real. Do you think your mental strength could handle months at sea like this? Drop your honest answer in the comments. And if you value the effort behind content like this, hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us keep going. Number 9. Nuclear power, unlimited energy at sea. At the heart of an aircraft carrier lies something most people never see, but it powers everything. Hidden deep below the waterline are 2 nuclear reactors, quietly generating massive amounts of energy every second. This isn't just electricity. This is what allows the entire ship to function like a self-sustaining city in the middle of nowhere. Unlike traditional ships that rely on fuel, a nuclear-powered carrier can operate for years without refueling. That means it can stay deployed for long periods without needing to return to port. The reactors produce enough energy to power everything: lighting, communication systems, radar, weapons, aircraft operations, and even the systems that turn seawater into fresh drinking water. Think about the scale of that. Thousands of people living, working, eating, and operating complex machinery, all supported by a single, continuous energy source. It's not just powerful, it's incredibly efficient and reliable. But this kind of power comes with serious responsibility. Highly trained specialists constantly monitor and control the reactors to ensure everything runs safely. There's no room for error. Every system is checked. Every detail is managed with precision. What makes this truly fascinating is how invisible it all is. There's no loud engine noise, no visible fuel burning, just a steady, controlled flow of energy, keeping everything alive and moving. Because without this power, nothing else would work. No lights, no water, no operations. On this ship, nuclear energy isn't just an advantage, it's the foundation of survival. Here's a question. Would you feel safe living above nuclear reactors for months? Be honest in the comments. And if you appreciate the effort behind breaking this down, hit subscribe. It's one click for you, but it means everything to us. Number 10, a perfectly coordinated human system. At first glance, an aircraft carrier looks like a massive machine made of steel, weapons, and technology. But in reality, its most important component isn't the hardware. It's the people. Over 4,600 individuals, each with a specific role, working together in perfect coordination to keep everything running without pause. Every single person on board has a job that matters, from pilots launching into the sky, to engineers maintaining the reactors, to cooks preparing meals, to medics caring for the crew. Everyone is part of a larger system. And the key to making it all work is timing, communication, and discipline. Think of it like a giant puzzle. If even one piece is missing or delayed, it affects everything else. If maintenance is late, aircraft can't launch. If food isn't ready, crews lose energy. If communication fails, operations slow down. Everything is connected. What's incredible is how smoothly this system operates, despite the complexity. Different departments follow their own schedules, yet they all align with the ship's overall mission. That's not random. It's highly structured coordination built on training and trust. And behind all of this is a shared mindset. Every sailor understands that their role, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to something much bigger. That sense of responsibility is what keeps the system strong. Because in the end, this isn't just a warship or a machine. It's a living, breathing human network where success depends on everyone doing their part every single day. Final question. If you were on this ship, what role do you think you'd play? Tell me in the comments. And if you made it this far, don't forget to hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it supports all the effort we put into these videos. So when you step back and look at it, an aircraft carrier isn't just a powerful war machine, it's a self-sustaining world floating in the middle of the ocean. From tight sleeping spaces and non-stop work cycles to massive food production, water generation, and nuclear-powered energy. Every system is designed for one purpose: survival and mission success. What makes it truly incredible isn't just the technology, but the people behind it. Thousands of individuals waking up every day, following strict routines, working long hours, and adapting to an environment that most of us would find overwhelming. There's no comfort, no privacy, and no easy way out. Yet everything runs with precision and discipline. And maybe that's the biggest takeaway. It's not about how advanced the ship is. It's about how humans can adapt, organize, and push beyond their limits when they have a purpose. Life on an aircraft carrier shows us what's possible when teamwork, structure, and resilience come together under extreme conditions. So the next time you see one of these massive ships on the ocean, remember, inside it is a complete city full of people working around the clock, keeping everything running without pause. And now I'll leave you with this. Could you survive this life, even for a week?